Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I want to talk about how item level and stats have changed in BFA since Legion, because it is quite different. In game, you guys hear some type of laughter, and I just thought about something before I was making this video. I always film in Chatra City, and you guys are probably like, why the heck is Xaryu here? Just as a quick reason, I love this city. I love BC. I love that it's very flat, and I love that there's normally nobody here, but this guy's cramping up my style, man. He's in my space. But anyway, to get on with the video, we're talking about item level versus stats. So previously, if you guys didn't know, in Legion, item level was the only thing that mattered. It was end all be all. Higher item level gave you a better and higher stat template, okay? And so far in BFA, to be completely honest, there's been a little bit lack of transparency on exactly how this is working. There's just been a couple vague posts here and there from Blizzard kind of saying, you know, item level doesn't really matter. It's more going to be about stats, but we're still going to have some type of template, but templates aren't there. It's kind of weird. So basically, so far, after playing arenas, all right, after queuing up some rated games, after queuing up some skirmishes in the BFA pre-patch and on the BFA beta, we can pretty much assume this is how it's going to work. Stats matter again, and item level doesn't, okay? So when you hop into a game, all of my stats are the same outside of a game as they are inside of a game, which if you're a PvE or you're like, no does are, of course, your stats don't change when you hop into a game, but they used to, all right? So in Legion, you got an entire stat template that was predetermined by Blizzard based on your item level. So the best gear you could get just was the highest item level. Now, I changed up my entire gear set on my mage, alright? So my item level is actually a bit lower than it previously was, but my stats are how I want them. Right now, you guys are probably wondering, what are the best stats for mage? What are the best stats for priest? What are the best stats for the class that I play or whatever? I don't know all of the best stats because I haven't tested these things enough. However, I can pretty much say with a high level of certainty that a high haste build for mages is going to be king, and that's just because, well, one, the damage is already very high, but two, getting those polymorphs off, right? Your rogue kidney shots, you're trying to get that poly off. Getting that poly cast off and landing that poly is more important than anything else that you could do. It's more important than getting a critical strike. It's more important than hitting harder with mastery. It's more important than anything else because that's going to determine and dictate whether you get to do that go with that CC chain or not, right? That little bit of haste, having 15% haste or 30% haste, could be the factor in whether or not you're going to get a polymorph. So what I have started to do here is just make myself a full haste build. And I guess just quickly as I'm talking about that, guys, two other things that are also in play. You can use trinkets again. Blizzard just hotfixed it, by the way, so PvE trinkets are like 80% less effective in PvP combat, 70 or 80% less effective in PvP combat than PvP trinkets, right? So I think PvP trinkets will still be the way to go, which I should probably change this one out now that I know that. That was just a hotfix about a day or two ago. But yeah, so trinkets work again, right? Like this on-use trinket, boom, I can use it. It works. It gives me versatility in arena, and I can use it in my one-shot macro, that Swifty one-shot macro, right? I can put that trinket back in, which I love. I love that you can do that. So you can use trinkets now, all right? You can customize your stats now. And then also a bunch of things come into play like enchants, right? Enchant my rings with +9 haste. Enchant my cloak with +9 intellect. Enchant my neck with Mark of the Claw, right? And then gems, right? So gems, enchants, trinkets, everything is kind of back to how it was. And what is my opinion on that? It's a little complicated, right? It's kind of like, for a long time, PvPers were like, come on, we want no gear in PvP. Let's just get a level playing field and let's just battle it out, and whoever has more skill is going to win. So gear doesn't matter, right? We all of our PvP community pushed that since BC till WoD or Legion, right? Everyone wanted that. We tried it in Legion with the stat templates. Gear essentially didn't matter much. It was item level that helped you a little bit, but gear didn't matter much. Everyone hated it, right? Because it took away the MMO feel of the game. It took away min-maxing your character. It took away you know, I want to get a little bit more haste for this build, or maybe I'm going to try a little bit more mastery for this build, or maybe arcane's not that good, but if I stack full mastery, then it could be good, right? So it kind of changed the game a lot when you couldn't customize your own stats. And then same thing with enchants, same thing with gems, same thing with customizing your trinket choices, right? More customization is more better, all right, when it comes to an MMO. It's very, very difficult to have that MMO feel without all of these things in place. We got them all back, and I'm very excited about that, even though I was one of those people that was like, oh, maybe it would be good to have stat templates and have to not worry about gear at all. It wasn't, all right? It wasn't that good. We tried it, and that's in the past. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else you guys need to know as far as, because so many little things have changed, and I get these questions in stream all the time, so I want to hook up the YouTube viewers with these same answers. Your artifact weapon is deactivated now. Okay, it doesn't work. When BFA actually launches, you're gonna get an artifact necklace. It's gonna work similarly, and then you're gonna get just a normal weapon again. Legendaries do not work in arena. Okay, so as far as legendary choices, I'm just picking these based on stats because they both have high haste. But the legendary equips do not work in arena, and then any type of legendary on use, like the shield giving, blink giving you a shield legendary for the chest, does not work, right? So any type of legendary from Legion does not work in arena. And yeah, so just to quickly summarize the video, guys, stats are back. You can now customize your character with any type of stats that you want. I have a feeling that I'm going to be going with a high haste build myself. Maybe 34 is a little bit too high. I might bump it down to maybe like 28% haste, and then bump up my crit to make sure that all of my shatters are critting. Maybe bump up my haste a little bit, and then bump up my mastery a bit to give me a little more oomph, right? But regardless, I am definitely going to have haste as my main stat to make sure that I can actually get those polymorphs off when I need to, and to get the CC chains off when I need to, right? That's so important as a mage. And then even I was playing some of my disc priests last night. It's very nice to have those quicker globals, so then you can shadow word death like a blind or a polymorph when you see it coming, versus being stuck mid-global and you actually can't do that. So haste is such an incredible stat. I actually love haste. So I might be going a little bit higher haste on my mage, a little bit higher haste on my priest, maybe not so much on my rogue though, because yeah, it doesn't quite matter as much on that class. But then to summarize as well, legendaries don't work. Enchants are back. Trinkets are back. Reduced effectiveness, however, for PvE trinkets. So PvP trinkets are most likely back. And then just this customization in general is pretty freaking awesome. Alright guys, now that we got kind of the stat situation out of the way, I wanted to show you some gameplay from my priest, a quick game from my priest, and a quick game from my rogue, to kind of show you guys what else I've been doing since BFA has come out. Now, this is a little sneak peek, right? Because in the next week, I'm going to be uploading a Discipline Priest guide, hopefully a Shadow Priest guide, a Sub-Rogue guide, and all of these are just 8.0 pre-patch guides, so everything is very subject to change, but just based on my experience from playing the class. So I've been testing on all of these classes, one, because they're fun, but two, for you guys, so I can give you guys the most up-to-date info on kind of how to play, how to spec, all of these types of things, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are very curious. But we're doing a threes game. I'm playing Hunter, Rogue, Discipline Priest. We're fighting a Boomkin Rogue and a Discipline Priest. I kind of just want to walk you through the pace of this game. Disc is feeling very similar, right? I got the Root Beam from the Moonkin. I got Freedomed out from my Hunter, and the game is kind of progressing from there. I want to start this off by saying Priest feels very similar. However, the major notable difference is that you don't have plea, and now shield has no cooldown and no type of weakened soul. So shield is essentially spammable and acts as kind of as plea acted before, right? Before in Legion. So you're using shields to get up atonement, but shields aren't necessarily healing that much. Now Powered Radiance is healing a lot, but it's on that cooldown that costs a little bit more mana. Priests are also healing a lot through their damage, through Atonement from Purge the Wicked, getting those Power to the Dark Side procs, just like previously. Power to the Dark Side gives your Penance a much more potent effect, and you're going to, get those procs from Purge the Wicked. Purge the Wicked's also healing, so it's important to spread your dots to keep up the pressure, to keep up the procs, to keep up the consistent healing. It's important to spread their shields to keep up the Atonement. Right here, guys, would it be a Xaryu's video if we didn't death the blind? So right here, we death the blind. Very nice and simple. Rogue bombs, wasn't in CC, run in, death on my way in, death the blind from the rogue. Of course, we had to do it. Xaryu's, that's what I'm talking about. But, keeping up the consistent pressure. Men's healing for a lot. They definitely you, right? Men's and Radiance definitely you quite a bit, but they're also your biggest HP as heals. It's actually going to top someone, right? Penance. You can use it offensively a lot for a little bit of damage, but you can also use it to heal through Atonement as well. The Kidney Shot comes out, Triple Fear comes out, Moonkin's getting very low, Moonkin goes down, Rogue is also very low there at the end, so kind of a nice game there. Just wanted to show you the pace of the game as Disc Priest. It's feeling good. It's feeling smooth. It feels similar to Legion, except it almost feels a little bit better. You have Desperate Prayer back. You have Power Word Fortitude back. You don't have the Light's Wrath anymore. I still have a Bound from Legion, but you don't have the Light's Wrath anymore. But everything feeling very similar. High damage. You have those fears. High HPS. Very offensive healer. Loving Disc, and I can't wait to play it some more. Alright guys, and then a quick game on my Rogue as well, just to quickly showcase, you know, the build I'm playing and how I'm playing Rogue. I've been testing out some things, and definitely there is no one best build, or it's just like my mage, guys. Nothing is completely figured out yet. On my priest and my rogue, I guess it is important to know, since I talked about it in this video, my stats have not been prioritized really at all on these characters, right? I've just been hopping on and playing, kind of fixing my UI, my key bindings, my spec, kind of just messing around with a bunch of different things. But here I'm playing a game of RMP, and all of these are just skirmishes, right, in the pre-patch skirmishes, and we're fighting Warrior Rogue Resto Druid. So just kind of starting in stealth, looking for a sap on either the Druid or the Rogue if I can. My Priest gets sapped, so I come back, kind of change directions here. Just fast forward real quick for this opener. A Rogue gets sheeped. Warrior is getting stunned up. I'm keeping the Rogue off stun DR for a second on purpose to try to see if we can get something done onto him, because he's a Blood Elf Rogue. But what I notice is the Warrior has no trinket. He comes off stun DR in 7 seconds, and he's not in D-stance. So that opens up the Warrior for a perfect swamp, and the Druid is very far in the feared for my Priest over there. So what do? We wait 7 seconds, we kidney bomb the Warrior, and we throw the Cold Blood and every little bit of damage with the mage damage as well. Warrior should just flomp, right? Warrior's all of his odds are ending. We get that Nightblade up. Stun DR comes off in 3 seconds. Man, this is literally picture perfect. Pop the blades. We have blades. We have Nightblade rolling. We have the proc trinket. Like, this Warrior's just gonna melt. Druid's out of that Fairies and Cheetah form, trying to get back. Kidney lands, the bomb lands, the dance, the cold blood, the mage damage connects. Warrior evaporates. Guys, I think RMP is going to be pretty freaking good in the expansion. Now, I don't like to play it too much when I play my mage. On my mage, I like to play Caster Cleaves, but on my rogue and on my priest, I'm definitely going to be playing some RMP. Look at that damage done. The burst is crazy high. Roastmaster is back, baby. No, but definitely going to be trying out my rogue. I'm going to be playing sub-rogue. I'm going to play my Disc Priest. I still want to try out Shadow. I haven't tried Shadow yet. Definitely want to try out that. And Frost Mage and Arcane Mage. Those are all the classes I want to cover at the start of BFA at the pre-patch and when the actual launch happens as well. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs down. I hope this video cleared up everything as far as what matters in Arena, item level, trinkets, gear, gemming, all that kind of stuff, because they changed it up completely. So hopefully after this video you have a better understanding of that and some teasers for what's to come on different classes. Definitely plan to release that Disc guide, the Shadow guide, the Sub-Rogue guide, so you guys kind of know what to spec or kind of what to mess around with at the start of pre-patch and at the start of BFA. But guys, don't forget to subscribe. Tons of awesome stuff happening around here daily with the uploads, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.